What's up, you guys? This is Rob. Today we are going to be doing one of the higher horsepower modifications you can do to your car. We're going to be installing fog lights on a WRX. That was Danny's feet. It's his car. So this is a plug-and-play kit from Subiespeed, so let's get this going. Alright, so first things first, you'll want to go underneath and just pop out these little plastic rivets here. So these are just your usual, plastic tabs. So just use a flathead screwdriver and just pop them out. Just be very careful not to snap them. These do break pretty easily. They're very flimsy and cheap. And I do take off these two so that I can then pull out the underliner. Because by pulling out the underliner, you're able to basically get at least one arm under there. They basically let you access everything, in a lot easier fashion. Alright, so now we want to just remove that stock non-fog light cover, so just yank it out. Use some good old brute force, no tabs holding it in place, just go ahead and grab and pull. Alright, so you will see it in this little gray tab here. Just push that on through. That is the wiring for the turn signal actually. So you'll want to use that because essentially the splicer wire that we have, the 3-side wire, one end does go into the turn signal. So you will want to go ahead and disconnect it as so, and go ahead and pull that turn signal right out for me, just so just reach your hand in there and twist it. It's just your standard, like your light replacements. So go ahead and pull that out. And then after you had pulled that out, you will then just want to go ahead and disconnect the bulb harness from the wiring harness and just discard it. You won't be using that wire in my hand any longer. Alright, so now just connect the triple splicer that this kit came with to the one stock fog light wiring harness that you will find on the inside there. It is just taped to the side, so just pull that out. And then the other end will go into the turn signals, and go ahead and put that turn signal back in there. This is basically how it's getting the power to your fog lights. So pretty standard procedure, nice and easy. And then after that, let's get ready to put the fog lights in. Put in the metal rivets as so. I do apologize that I put them in actually the wrong way in this video. So just make sure to flip them around. So you'll see that one end has like kind of a ramped back. Put that ramped end facing you, because basically you will be screwing it in through the back. So that ramp side is where the screw is going to go through on the back. And then just connect that third splice connector to the actual fog lights, and then just bring it through like so. So like I said, you will be screwing this one end through those little metal rivets, and the other end just put it through the slits as you see there on the side. And then you will just want to go ahead and just stick the fog light cover in like so. Just line it up in the same way that you just had to pull out the old one with some brute force. Just stick this one in with some brute force. I usually just hit it in place a little bit. Makes all the tabs snap in. And there you have it. Outside fog lights are done. Now for the fun part, which is the electrical and the trim stuff. Alright, so you will notice that in the manual, it actually says to remove the glove box. Well, I was actually able to just go right under it in the passenger footwell. And then as soon as you go under there, you're able to just see where you're supposed to plug in the relay. So just right there, just go ahead and stick that right in there. If you are a bigger person, maybe you will have to remove the glove compartment. I do apologize if so. But if you were like me, then you're able to just kind of fit right on in there. It's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but it's definitely manageable. So after that, you'll just want to pop off the trim as so. And then just go ahead and remove the screws that will loosen up the panel for you. And then after you loosen up the panel, you'll just want to go ahead and just yank it off. Just use a little bit of brute force. You can see me there pushing in on the left side tabs. And then just pull it out. And congratulations, you now have the trim panel removed. So now let's just go ahead and unscrew the actual, let's just call that separate part the button panel. So unscrew the button panel and pull it out. And you will want to then take all the wires off of it, because remember, you're going to be moving all this wiring to the new panel box that already has the cutout that came with your fog light kit, whether it was from Subaru or OLM. Now if you don't want to do this, you could always just cut out that little square where the fog light goes. That for me just sounds like a bit of a janky approach, but your mileage may vary in terms of your experience. Also take note that in the same way that the stock fog light harness for the lights was they're tucked on the side when we were doing the outside of the car, there's also a little plug-in right here on the inside of the car as well. So just go ahead and look for that and detach it, and you'll be ready to plug that into the fog light switch. And then after that, you will be good to, just pop in the new panel. Remember, put in all the buttons and all the wires in the right place. And then you'll be ready to just push it right back on in there. The same way you took it apart. Just make sure to put everything back together. And everything should come together like so. And then after that, go ahead and test out the fog light button. Please remember to have on your headlights at the same time. And as you can see, everything worked out just fine. And that is how you install the Subaru WRX fog lights. I do apologize if this was essentially not of the same quality as my other videos. We actually didn't decide to do this video until we're about halfway through the install, just because I noticed that there weren't a lot of tutorial videos online, and I figured that if I had a WRX, I would have enjoyed having a video like this, just in case I was having second thoughts about doing my own install. So I just wanted to provide this video for you guys. So, go ahead and, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you think about it. And this was Rob's Autos, and have a good one.